This is why you need Bukowski in your life. His words cut deeper than you think. Welcome to our channel. Today we're exploring the unapologetic world of Charles Bukowski. His poetry, raw, real, and unfiltered. Bukowski dives into life's chaos, finding beauty in its darkest corners. Whether you're a longtime fan or new to his work, stick around. Let's uncover what makes Bukowski's voice so compelling. Ready? Let's dive in. Today, we will focus on one of his best-known poems, The Genius of the Crowd. This poem offers a scathing critique of societal norms and the inherent flaws in human nature. The poem begins with a clear expression of skepticism towards the genius that often emerges from the masses. Bukowski suggests that while crowds may appear intelligent or insightful, they are often led by a herd mentality filled with mediocrity, envy, and a tendency to tear down individual brilliance. Through vivid imagery and direct language, Bukowski contrasts the true genius, those who are unique and passionate, with the crowd's inclination to vilify and undermine those who dare to stand apart. He portrays the crowd as a collective force that thrives on criticism and hostility, often finding joy in the failures of others. This reflects Bukowski's belief in the isolation of the artist and the struggles they face within a society that discourages individuality. Charles Bukowski, a name whispered with admiration or met with a grimace. His words, raw and unflinching, aren't for everyone. Bukowski's poetry doesn't offer comforting escapes. Instead, it throws you headfirst into the gritty reality of life, its joys, its ugliness, and everything in between. Bukowski's voice is distinct. It's the voice of the underdog, the outcast, the one who observes from the edges of society. He doesn't shy away from the darker aspects of human nature. He embraces them. He lays bare his own vulnerabilities. This rawness is what makes his work so compelling. Many try to emulate his style. They mistake bluntness for depth, cynicism for insight. But Bukowski's genius lies in his honesty. He doesn't dress up his pain or romanticize his struggles. He presents them as they are, raw and exposed. His words resonate because they reflect our own hidden truths, the ones we try to bury beneath layers of societal expectations. Bukowski reminds us that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be different, to feel lost, to question everything. We all crave validation. It's a basic human need, this desire to be seen and accepted for who we are. Yet, the world can be a harsh critic. It sets impossible standards, then punishes us for not meeting them. Bukowski understood this paradox well. His poems are littered with the remnants of failed relationships, societal pressures, and the constant struggle for self-acceptance. He writes of the sting of rejection, the bitterness of unfulfilled dreams. He captures the feeling of being an outsider, of never quite fitting in. This feeling of being misunderstood, of having your true self dismissed, is a recurring theme in his work. It's a feeling that resonates with anyone who has ever felt like they don't belong. But amidst the pain, there's also a defiant spirit, a refusal to conform, to be molded by external pressures. Bukowski's work screams, "This is me, take it or leave it." It's a powerful message, especially in a world that constantly tries to fit us into neat little boxes. Bukowski didn't sugarcoat. He didn't use flowery language or complex metaphors. His words were like gut punches, raw and immediate. He wrote about the mundane, the ugly, the things most people would rather ignore. He wrote about loneliness, about the struggle to find meaning in a world that often seemed meaningless. He wrote about sex, not with romanticism, but with a raw, almost animalistic honesty. His poems weren't always pretty, but they were always real. And that's what made them so powerful. He showed us the underbelly of life, the parts we try to hide from. He reminded us that beauty can be found in the most unexpected places, even in the midst of pain and despair. His straightforward style, devoid of pretense, challenged literary norms. He wasn't interested in pleasing critics or conforming to expectations. He wrote for himself, and in doing so, he gave a voice to the voiceless. The genius of the crowd. There is enough treachery, hatred, violence, absurdity in the average human being to supply any given army on any given day. And the best at murder are those who preach against it. And the best at hate are those who preach love. And the best at war, finally, are those who preach peace. Those who preach God need God. Those who preach peace do not have peace. Those who preach peace do not have love. Beware the preachers. Beware the knowers. Beware those who are always reading books. Beware those who either detest poverty or are proud of it. Beware those quick to praise, for they need praise in return. Beware those who are quick to censor, they are afraid of what they do not know. Beware those who seek constant crowds, for they are nothing alone. Beware the average man, the average woman. Beware their love is average, seeks average. But there is genius in their hatred. There is enough genius in their hatred to kill you, to kill anybody. Not wanting solitude, not understanding solitude, they will attempt to destroy anything that differs from their own. Not being able to create art, they will not understand art. They will consider their failure as creators only as a failure of the world. Not being able to love fully, they will believe your love incomplete. And then they will hate you. And their hatred will be perfect. Like a shining diamond, like a knife, like a mountain, like a tiger, like hemlock, their finest art. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like, subscribe to Poetry and Dystopia, and hit the notification bell for more insights into the world of poetry and literature. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Bukowski. What's your favorite poem or line? Share your reflections in the comments below. Thank you for joining us, and keep exploring the powerful world of words until next time. See you soon in an upcoming podcast. Kisses, hugs, smooches, snuggles, cuddles, and boogie woogie.